To Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be caught by Mooney. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Gun. They'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Shy of midfield. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I saw you leaving this morning on my camera. I was like, damn, this is right.
Here is Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
2-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago.
Tariq Cohen.
Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's raining over there. He wants to get up and go home. Mom's like, can you get the mail? I'm like, by the time I get it.
From the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
She won't even walk to the mailbox.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And Woodruff has it, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
43-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
At the 24-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. This is picked up on the Bears. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of not knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Osborne. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You have like a plastic bag?
No. Why, you trying to take your shit?
Yeah.
Why?
Third and long for Cousins. And a ball back in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off in middle parts. And a big return.
You don't have to take it.
All the way down to the 35.
You really don't.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the
You'll be back
and be ready to make the catch.
Yeah.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to. But I think we'll see more as this game goes along. As they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
How do these girls go out? That's because her friend here.
And takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
I just can't hang like that.
So they went out to camp.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
Well, I don't see how it's ugly
Extend
outside.
their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
You know, they from, out of town. They want to have a good time,
To go with the score.
Santos able to tack on the extra point.
IB.
Score 14-0.
Cairo Santos set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
You don't have to hit it. You just tell me.
No, I think I had
To
like
the roof, and he muffs it.
the rest one. I think I
That's
had all.
cool. That's nice.
I think I had all of them.
Come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
I'm sorry. What you need, sir? What you need, sir? You want some grape jelly?
I've never enjoyed it. I want to my shit tomorrow.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper, think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to the best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day?
Relax.
You ain't doing nothing tonight? You ain't gonna take stuff done? Not yet, though. He's gonna keep you up a little bit.
From the gun, here's Cousins. As he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
It's better to sleep with the devil you know than the devil you don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's your life?
I'm just saying, like, you know me, you know? Right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun. It's Cousins. Down the middle, finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another.
Do you like March Madness?
Cousins again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, it's Cousins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When I go out, when everybody else eat breakfast, I just eat the sausage and the corn and potatoes.
You need to stay away from that
This is 1st
swine.
and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Cousins. Down back at the 12.
Swine no
And
good
they'll
for
burn
you.
the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
That's enough pork chops.
Man, I don't know. I can't tell you last time I had a pork chop.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
They eat good turkey chops, but they taste the same. You got turkey chops?
I ain't never seen this before.
Me either. She said they both said
Results on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there, but we can see a little bit more of it in a second.
I don't like turkey
Lane
bacon.
opens here. He's passed the
I mean, this shit tastes like it's dry. It just ain't a good flavor to
reach
it.
halftime in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Ooh.
And this kick
Oh, yeah, that should be hitting over there.
and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
She really don't eat meat like she used to.
What's your mama's favorite food?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. At the 28, and they're going to set at the 27-yard line. That is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss loss of a
See my mom. She got going on
second down. Back to throw here. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
7-yard gain on the play.
Oh, okay.
And it's third down.
Mm-hmm.
You totally went my bad.
I heard you.
I knew it.
You had to go.
Next house you get.
There's the first carry for Tampola, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Complete right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
14-yard line.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third down and the 11.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You'll see it. It's those same spots that we talked about last.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down
Just walk out and
conversion.
make a left.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Like, we got an elevator, go out the door and then make a left. If you wait, I can walk you down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it with Madison, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
24-yard line.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Cousins now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
To number 36. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Stress, man. I was gonna do it on my birthday, but that shit was all fucked up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. This is caught.
Oh, you know what? I was just saying that I should go to them. Them top people, whatever.
It's a 10-yard
Good
gain
move.
there to set him up 1st and goal.
But I can do one where I know it's that Asian places like they wash your feet first. Something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they like, every time to like, you ever go to Chinatown?
I haven't been on about.
Try to get them the cheapest. No, they soak your feet in hot water.
Oh, shit.
To me, that's better than the American stuff.
Right.
Trying the power game with Ham. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Madison. I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1 yard
And
line.
nowadays, yeah.
Call it no
So, yeah,
gain that time,
nowadays.
and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Last 2 massages, I got my mask on.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing his Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
It was good.
There's no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught. They get it. That could be an important 2 points and gets it back within a field goal.
Vikings 11.
Even one of those happy ending spots,
Now
huh?
to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yeah.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't
I really
convert
wish we
here,
would wait.
guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
I really wish we would just wait.
You got a battle on your hands.
Like 15
Bears
minutes.
on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding Harris over the middle. They get 6.
wouldn't lie to you.
That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action
Never
there?
happened, never
Freezing the
will.
defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
At bar 50-15 or whatever.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
I don't play around over there. You mean faces used to be over there?
And now the pass dumped off to his running back. He'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1 yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
Toto got his fine for the final reasons.
And the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
I don't think I've had a first one at least a year.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll air this one. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up?
I give you last night.
Ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
0-3-1-2-8-5.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from
game
the
you
25.
my shit. I hope you do though, so you can be like, damn, this nigga really don't got no bitches. He really is being honest, you know.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Will Parks.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He's going to air one out.
He's going to let that shit float.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted. That should do it. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard
Stop and get you a
line.
ginger ale. You come to your spot. You got everything. I don't got shit.
Everybody said it about my house.
I don't got shit around here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
And
no doubt what they're looking to do.
Oh man, that runner's there. That shit there.
And they'll begin by running the action. This one quickly to Watkins.
Runner is something else right there.
Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1,
you been watching
2,
that?
3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
What?
He releases it, and that
When you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
Not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Like, you just shoot this shit with her and talking to her.
I like that shit.
Then, like, ask her, just, you know, he ain't even looking at my friend Charlotte when I was with that man.
Deep here for Watkins.
He called her.
Intercepted.
What was he?
The turning point they need.
She's like, oh, you calling me sometimes. I'm like, what?
Like just to
His
talk.
guys will get the football
She
back.
said he just be talking.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
This is weird.
You think something? You think like ain't nothing like? I know it ain't nothing like sexual or nothing, but you think like I don't know. What's things going on?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
And they haven't told you anything?
But they both told me.
I mean, they haven't said like what he wanted.
She said he was just asking her about some book she read and acting like he really gave a fuck. And
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play.
What train?
The offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play
But he's
action,
moving,
Cousins.
right?
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Thrown up a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That's the white dude.
Yeah.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
In the streets.
I've only been going out because I'm Not doing nothing.
Cousins on first down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Will Parks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, shit, now nasty about me.
Interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to move around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This nigga can't throw shit.
Down to 8 seconds now. Trying to go back to Watkins, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw.
I'm super surprised.
Chicago from 21 yards away. And the Bears use this short field advantage as they cash in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they move back.
You ain't even sorry for real. Like that's crazy.
You ain't sorry.
Next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
You know it was a whole.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew
Who was it
here at
for?
Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long.
I almost finished it. You said you didn't want nothing. And I know, like, and I'm a little salty because, like, that one, I'm not going to take that one because I know I asked you. And I still got you something. I did.
So I'm lying.
Yes.
What would I lie about?
You must be mistaken because I certainly asked you.
So you can't be mistaken either?
Like,
So if
I'm certain I asked
and
you.
I'm certain you didn't. So if I can be mistaken, you can't be mistaken?
I mean, you really think I would come in here with a bunch of food for me and not even...
That's not what's hurting.
I would never do that. I don't even move like that. Just like when I just don't do that. Like when I order breakfast club, I say, what do you want? Like I'm not even cut like that. So like you coming from my character, and I know I got you something. You were in a bad mood. You were in a bad mood. It was clear. Is it okay? Do you want it? No. Do you know what you want? No. Is it give us lasagna? We need to shut on lasagna. That was the only thing you said. I'm gonna get you some. You said you didn't want it. I still got it because I'm not gonna get you. I mean, I think that's not cool. Because I just, like, you gotta come up with better at 3. Like, you don't not talk to somebody over that. Just like you got you fucked up last night. I don't like that shit. We need to listen better. But don't just, like, I don't like that. Like, that's not, I'm not even gonna sign up for that. Let's chill down here. Like, I'm just not gonna, like, I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm not gonna. Like that type of behavior. Like, you got an issue. You need to say it right then. All that missing shit, I don't play that game. Gotcha. What are we shaking on?
I understand.
I mean, do you understand where I'm coming from? And like your work-life balance, at some point, you gotta understand that I'm here to work with you, but it's not everybody. I mean, just try to manage it better, because you can't take that weight on with you all the time.
So the only thing I can say is you are something anything to change behavior.
Words mean something, and change behavior means something.
Like I say, I'm gonna do whatever, but I think.
But you should voice what's on the line. You have to. I was very disappointed in you.
It just makes me feel good that you're disappointed. I know you don't care about me, but. No.
Yes, you did. You hurt my feelings a lot. Like, that wasn't cool. I was like, that's how you handle whatever the fuck is going on. You can't. Your conflict doesn't, like, your conflict management.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to, you have to handle it better. You can't just shut down. I mean, damn,